secondary school, on Saturday was a very big day for us as boarders. Saturdays were inspection days. Saturdays were the days people will be in fear and trepidation of what the inspectors would find in your hostel, your locker, under your bed, and heaven helps you back of your hostel. So from Friday, you start to fetch your buckets of water. You start to clean. And it was so ingratiated into us that by the time I even left school, I would find myself on Friday starting to prepare to sweep and clean on Saturday morning. Inspections were a big deal because on Monday morning during assembly, they will call your name out. The neatest boy in hostel 1, the neatest boy in hostel 2, and then there would be the dirtiest boy in hostel 1, the dirtiest boy in hostel 2. So, where are the cleanest cities in Nigeria? Stephen is on the line. Stephen is speaking to us from Delta. I want to find out from him where he thinks is the cleanest city. And I'll tell you what we're going to with this conversation. Stephen, good morning to you. Welcome to Hello Port Harcourt.
Hello, Jude.
Good morning. Good morning, Stephen.
I have the honor of getting a chance to talk with you for a very long time.
Oh, welcome. Thank you.
Jude, I want to say thank you so much to you. Because personally, I've been a fan of Wazobia FM and Nigeria Info and Full FM a very long time because you guys study in report. That is not a problem. Presently, any man who is dirty is dirty. Anyone who is dirty is dirty. In life, I woke up this morning, because my radio cannot off. I always tune your station. I was calling you when you were talking to Progress yesterday. I was going to report my own because the same Progress issues come to my own issue. Lagos. I have to let go. So anybody who is dirty is dirty.
So, let me ask you, Stephen.
I don't have a big phone to snap myself.
Oh,
dear. If you see where I am.
You are very clean.
The area I'm staying, they call the place DRO because I wake up every 5 o'clock.
What area is that? What state is that? Where in Delta State?
In Delta State.
Interestingly. Wow, you're listening to us all the way from that area.
My dear, see, that place is not inside the community, inside the bush.
Is it that
where we gather fish, we want to kiss fish.
And you can listen to us from there.
My dear, see, Wazobia, Nigeria FM, and the Cool FM. I schooled in the Uniport.
I see. All right, so Stephen, for you,
I left Uniport 2010.
Oh wow, it's a while ago.
So I decided that I will never listen to any station except that.
Oh, bless. Bless. So Stephen, your place is clean.
I'm trying to include that for a while I've never heard them again.
Oh, okay. And it's no longer with this brand. But Stephen, very quickly before I get to another call, Stephen, you say your place is clean.
Yeah.
Which place do you think, or which city do you think is the cleanest city in Nigeria?
Calabar.
You think Calabar is the cleanest?
I spent like 2-3 years in Calabar. Calabar is very clean.
Okay. Now, if Calabar is the cleanest, where is the dirtiest city for you?
The cleanest city for me?
Yes.
It should be Abuja.
Wait, you are saying Abuja is dirtier than Port Harcourt, dirtier than Lagos?
Port Harcourt is too dirty. Listen, Jude, listen to me. I stayed in Baitu. I stayed in GRA.
Okay.
I stayed in Rumini. I stayed in Rumusi. But the clear place in Port Harcourt, the clear place in Port Harcourt to Rumene.
Okay.
Rumene.
Okay, all right. Stephen says Rumene is the cleanest place in Port Harcourt. But I'm curious. He says Calabar is the cleanest city. All right. What city is the cleanest city for you in Nigeria? Now, the reason why I'm asking is this. All right. Recently, some people were seen, preparing for the visit of the president. Oh, they were cleaning the streets. Oh my God, we have to clean the street. And it got me thinking, do we have to wait for the president to come to a city before they clean? Now, like I said, during inspections when I was in secondary school, from the night before, we'll start to prepare, we'll start to clean. Hostels will want to do this. The hostel prefect will make sure that buckets of water were fetched. Everybody wanted to be, the neatest person for that weekend. But you see, there were some hostels that could not just be beaten. You know why? Because those hostels were always cleaned every day. They had their hostel prefects on point every day. Do we need to wait for governor to come to your local government before you know that you have to sweep the local government area? Do we need to have the senator come to your place before you start painting? Or, heavens forbid, if the United States of America announces that President Joe Biden wants to come and visit Port Harcourt in June of this year, is that when they want to paint the entire streets? It's okay. Okay. Let us go for a break. Come back. Answer these questions. Greetings to you this fine Friday, 1st of March 2024. Wow, the months are rolling through. Very soon we'll be in December. I hope we all get to achieve those big things I want to achieve this year. Not next year, it has to be done this year. Find a way to do it. Now, speaking of finding a way to do it, I'm curious if we can find a way to promote cleanliness in our city. What exactly makes one city cleaner than the other? Now, it would interest you to note, and I found this report. This is from about a decade ago. Just listen to this. A decade plus ago, on the Forbes website, Forbes.com, right? In pictures showed the 25 dirtiest cities in the world. And the shock I received when I started reading this was Port Harcourt was number 25. I couldn't believe it. Of all the plenty countries and the plenty cities on this planet, Port Harcourt made the list. 25. It was number 25. And in fact, there's a picture here from back then, right, of one very popular restaurant, that used to. This place looks like Rumola. Right? This place looks like Rumola because I remember that's where this particular restaurant was back in the day. How do you name us as one of the dirtiest cities in the entire world? But it gets even more interesting because from that list, right, New Delhi, India is made mention of. That's after Port Harcourt. After New Delhi comes Maputo in Mozambique. You get narrative now, right? You're beginning to hear a lot of African countries, African cities. Niamey in Niger mentioned. Mauritania, Nouakchott was also mentioned. Conakry, Guinea Republic, also mentioned. Lomé, that's in Togo, number 18. And then, interestingly, one of the most beautiful cities for some was also mentioned. Bamako in Mali, with the great history that country has when you talk about the spread of religion, whether it was Islam and indeed the spread of the Egyptian Empire, was also made mention. Can you imagine? And then Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso mentioned. So it was a running theme. And then came the surprises. Moscow, Russia, was mentioned as the 14th dirtiest city. That was 10 years ago. But let's move away from that era to what it is now. What city in Nigeria would you consider the cleanest city? And more importantly, how can we promote cleanliness in our city, Port Harcourt? What exactly are we doing or not doing? Because it is befuddling. I don't know about you, but I find it very absurd. I find it, what's the right word for it? No, there's a local parlance term. Aha! Eye service. Eye service. The president is coming to Port Harcourt. They will sweep the streets, they will paint the roads, they will tie ribbons, and they will make everywhere look shiny, shiny for 2 days. Then everybody goes back to their jungle-like behavior. Wazaga. Zion is speaking to us from Jerry. Zion, good morning to you, please. Good morning.
Good morning. You see that report we reported they put Port Harcourt and then get up to no cash them. The girl of Israel don't cash them. How can we put Port Harcourt as one of the dirtiest cities in the world?
At least it wasn't the dirtiest, it was one of.
Do they know how much effort we are putting here?
Wow.
Do they know how? See, dude, that's old report, not now.
True.
Now, Port Harcourt is one of the cleanest cities in Nigeria.
Interesting. So, which city, Zion, is the cleanest city for you in Nigeria right now, from your own assessment?
I told you it's Port Harcourt.
You are saying Port Harcourt is the cleanest city.
I'm telling you, Port Harcourt is the most cleanest city. This is no issue of bias.
Okay.
It's not the matter because I'm in Port Harcourt. No.
Okay.
We do travel.
All right.
We travel.
Okay.
We go cities. We go nightclubs. We go their markets. Having for once, when it comes to neatness, there was a time we had our challenges and we dealt with it squarely. Today, Port Harcourt is one of the cleanest cities in Nigeria. All ramifications. The cleanliness we are talking about is waste management, clean environment, pollution, gas, and so on.
Are you talking about the same Port Harcourt where people complain about soot and the smells they perceive at night? Is it the same Port Harcourt you're talking about?
The soot issue, we all know that it's a global phenomenon.
It's okay.
India is going through a lot.
Very
China
true.
is going through a lot.
Mexico as well.
A lot of them are going through those are environmental actors. Yes, we can get our own here. It can be handled. But this issue of smell, where smell is there for this one now? Where smell, so there's all these are the reports that are giving those people this information to calibrate cities. When we are here shouting, marketing Port Harcourt.
Before I get in that call, now you have traveled. You say Port Harcourt is one of the cleanest cities right now. I don't doubt you. I'm only asking a question, all right? Because we're trying to find out what we can do to promote cleanliness. But a report by a Nigerian group, not me, from last year. This is last year, all right? Written by Hosea Yusuf, right? One of the publications says Ebonyi, Akwa Ibom, named as some of Nigeria's cleanest cities. He did not mention your beloved Port Harcourt and my beloved Port Harcourt. I'm angry. Why?
Jude, what name did you mention? Who is controlling him? Where did you went to in those Ebonyi state and those names? Because did he get to Port Harcourt? Did he walk around Jerry houses?
Oh, well, he probably did.
See, Jude, I want to be honest to you. You see now, we are getting it right. We are bringing back that Garden City name we were bed for. The whole world tells the city that there's happening in Garden City. Nationwide, it's a cliche. It's only in Port Harcourt. So for them to come to that realization, for them to come to that agreement, it's a consensus and agreement that this is a Garden City. There was something we got right. I was living in that. We are living in that manner. We are living in that foundation. Not only there's an influx of strangers and foreign bodies into Port Harcourt.
So
I know that was also.
So what did the government do, right, that made it the way you are claiming it is right now?
That time we have parks. We have places where you dump your waste. We have a proper waste management. We have city guards, people that walks along the street. We have proper town planners, proper ones. Before you erect any building, you must go to their office. They must profile your building. They must supervise your building to the end. After politics have not covered everywhere. Jobless people are not applying to force themselves into state offices.
Wow.
Those offices were made for people who have the qualification, who have the technical know-how. You don't need to be a graduate before working in those offices. Do you know what to do? Look at the issue of FASIMA. These are people that organize the city, organize program for us then. Our markets were located, industries located particular area, supermarkets, you heard the Leventis, right?
No, yeah, that's an old GRA.
UTC. One gave back to UTC. Go and look the meaning of UTC. Many people they hear UTC. Go and share. I'm challenging us as Port Harcourt people. Go and share the meaning, the full meaning of UTC. You will know why all these things have been mentioned.
Okay.
Get it right.
All right, so Zion says we're getting it right. We're becoming a cleaner city. Yes, we had our challenges, but now he rates Port Harcourt as one of the cleanest cities in Nigeria. What say you? Christian, speaking to us from Bonny Island. Christian, what is your take?
Yes, well, I wouldn't say yes or no.
Oh.
But I think it was as if coincidentally, just yesterday, I and some of my colleagues were walking along the creek. And the deaths, the plastic rubbers put at the bank of the river is appalling. And it just came up my mind that why can't some of these states governors implement this recycling, plans?
Recycling plans.
Some of these plastic, that are being recycled. There is no way you can boast of clean, society, clean community, clean state when we don't have recycling plants. Where these of that can be recycled. There is no two ways about it. It's either you have it and you recycle most of your debt, you understand, and you take it and your city will be clean. The state governments should embark on how much is it to have a recycling plant after all. And you engage people who will be working there, and they end their living through it. It's very important. We should look into it. There are still small projects governments can embark upon without waiting for the federal government. They should do these little things.
Okay. So Christian, before I get to Ibiso, who is waiting for us on Old Delhi Road, what city would you say is the cleanest city in Nigeria?
Come again, please.
What city would you state is the cleanest in Nigeria?
If you're talking of the cleanest city in Nigeria, I think in those days, Port Harcourt used to be.
Used to be. Well, okay.
Port Harcourt, yes. Port Harcourt used to be.
But now.
We've lost that status now. I can't say recently because I've not traveled that. I've been to Abuja. You can't say Abuja is the cleanest.
Okay.
But instead of Port Harcourt, I would expect Lagos in the dirtiest. Because Lagos, there's no solution to the dirt in Lagos. The crowd, the city is so overcrowded. You can't control, how people do that. You can't control it.
All right, Christian, thank you very much. Ibiso is on Audley Road. We have Victor and Rumokrushi. Ibiso, what is this cleanest city?
Morning,
Happy New Month. What is the cleanest city for you in Nigeria?
Friday, and happy celebration for your parents.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Jude, to me, Osun State is the cleanest city in Nigeria.
Osun?
Yes, Osun State, yes.
Are you serious?
Osun.
Huh.
Now, Calabar, I think they lose the glory. Calabar, everybody I go to Calabar, you say Calabar is the cleanest city. As you know, maybe those that are coming, maybe lost the vision of making Calabar to be the best. And when Mr. Zan was talking of Port Harcourt used to be the cleanest. But maybe they are coming back to the past glory.
Maybe.
From now, 2017 to 2022, Osun State is the cleanest city in Nigeria. Oshobo, I will send you Google it and see it by yourself.
Okay.
Let us put them together and make that the garden city again. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. Victor and Rumokrushi, what's your take? Oh dear. All right, so let me read messages now. And don't forget, you can follow us on social media at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH on Facebook and on X at Nigeria Info PH. That's where you will find us. All right, at Nigeria Info. We're talking about promoting hygiene. All right, we want to get people to consider their cities as extensions of their persons, so that you can be and feel like a really clean and neat person. We don't need to wait for the governors to start rolling by. We don't need to wait for a commissioning of a project before you start to clean up, or do we? If we do, once again, doesn't that sound or look like eye service? Look at me, I'm cleaning now because I want you to see me. Are you really clean? How do we promote it? That's the big question. All right. Onyenu Cha Stephen. Am I Onyenu Chea? Onyenu Chea Stephen on WhatsApp says most of the streets in River State are always clean, only when there's a funeral. But Aba is the headquarter of death. I said it. Okay. Joseph says, hello, Judy. Dude, one bunch of plantain for you. Yes, thank you very much. I need bunches of plantain right now. For me, I'll say Uyo is the cleanest city and Aba is the dirtiest in Nigeria. Yes, I said it. Joseph has given his word. Interesting. Now, good morning, Jude. Please, Port Harcourt is really dirty. The last time it was clean was during former Governor Amechi's tenure, when all citizens in the state embarked on sanitation at least every last Saturday of the month. Mosquitoes reduced as at that time. Justice from Woji. So, justice is not in agreement with Zion. John Wall Google says, Jude, there is no clean state in Nigeria. What we have are catalogs of refuse littered everywhere. The cities in Nigeria smell offensive. The sanitary inspectors are not active any longer as they were in the 60s and in the 1970s. Even the eye service cleanup exercise has not yielded the desired results. Anthony is calling us from Woji. Anthony, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. G.
Good morning, Anthony.
Yes. Sorry, actually, I cannot say this country is better than this other one, but so the personal stuff, who is clean? Who is not clean? And although all the states have good and bad people. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. So, which state, Anthony, would you say is the cleanest state for you that you have either read of or you have visited?
I cannot say this for that one. No state is the other one. Everybody's just trying.
Everybody's just trying.
Yes.
everybody's just trying. So people are just trying their dirtiness.
To try our best to make it clean.
Okay, so what would you have government do, or what would you have the public do to improve the hygiene, if we're talking about promoting hygiene? Hello, Anthony. What would you say people should do to promote hygiene? What would you have people do?
Well, government should implement the laws of help the country. So any wasting trash cans, that will help the country to clean.
Okay, all right. So providing trash cans. All right, Felix says, Jude, we're a bunch of jokers. Let's be honest to ourselves. Let's look at River State. Isn't that the same state where you have the several local governments who enforce sanitation taxes and levies on taxi drivers, bus drivers, and commercial drivers moving interstate? And they charge 5,000 naira for small baskets to be placed inside small vehicles. Who exactly is going to litter their vehicle to that point where it's full and they throw it out? These people are hypocrites. They just collect this money and use it to build mansions in their villages, and everywhere is dirty. Yes, everywhere is dirty. Forget what that other caller said. Yes, some places are clean. It has been improved on. We don't see the huge mountains of waste as we used to about 3 or 4 years ago, but it is still not where we need to be. They all are stealing the money. There are certain things that could have been invested into, but we refuse. How can a state such as River State doesn't have a recycling plant as of 2024, and they say they want to be clean? Ask yourself this question, Jude. Where do they throw their trash? Felix is asking. As I just open microphone, they just give stray bullet to somebody. You can just drag the whole local government inside this conversation. But I don't know about you, but he may not be far off from the truth. Levies are imposed upon commercial drivers. Sanitation tax. In fact, when I read that bit, they said, they make them carry small baskets in their vehicles. Please, who do you know dirties or litters their car, right? And then puts it in that basket and waits to throw it away? Who do you know? Who do you know? In fact, Felix, thank you very much. We are going to have to talk about this as a whole conversation. See that practice, that sanitation levy practice. I think Felix has brought it under the microscope this morning. Who do you know? And I see them in buses, those particularly for those, what do you call them? The IOCs. The IOCs and maybe some construction companies where they have to pay taxes. You have baskets. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad thing to have a basket in your nice bus where people can, good. But how many times do people go into those vehicles, particularly those company buses, and then they mess it up and they fill it? So here's the question. I think that's what Felix is trying to ask. So let's say the bus driver or the truck driver, whether it's the Hilux truck or whatever it is, that you have now made them pay sanitation levy tax, or the market women that they also impose sanitation levy, give them a ticket, 200 naira, 500 naira. Let's say they have paid those taxes, right? And then they've now generated waste. Where do they dispose of them? Where? We are going to have a conversation about this next week. I can see it's brewing already. All right. Ibusel says, Oshogbo, Oshun's capital, has been ranked the cleanest city in Nigeria 2017 to 2022, according to the report by IQAir. But that's probably based on air quality, right? If it's air quality, Ibiso. Oshogbo probably doesn't have, kind of industrial centers that Lagos, Port Harcourt, even Benin will have, right? So maybe, I will have to read this report. In fact, I think if I'm honest, let me check my prep. I think I actually saw this report and tagged it somewhere, right? Okay, Jude, the cleanest state in Nigeria is Taraba State. John from Eneka. I have not been to Taraba, but I know somebody who is from Taraba. Maybe we should call her and find out if Taraba is really clean. Maybe we should do that. This is the fact, Jude. Cleanliness is a culture imbibed in a person from childhood, and most Nigerians lack that culture. So, in order to save the next generation, cleanliness should be taught as a way of life to the children, and it should be practiced by the teachers to make it look very important. And that way, it can be imbibed into them as a culture. Also, an effective task force for littering and dirt should be organized. Tammy is speaking to us from Old GRA. Used to be the pride and jewel of Port Harcourt. Tammy, good morning to you.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
2024. If that it is rocket science, people cannot go to the moon. That can't be in our environment.
Out.
It is the system. It is simple. It is challenging, but it's simple. Refuse has a source and to have a destination. And you know the funny thing, all our leaders, they travel out to civilized countries. They see the effectiveness of the sanitation environment.
Are you sure they go out to see, or they go out to drink the wine and
yes,
dance the boogie?
People, they could be seeing but not seeing. My brother, any opportunity I travel out of this country, I try to ask them, how do you achieve this development that is lacking in my country? They just tell me, no. My brother, refuse industry in this River State, we are about 6 billion, 7 million. It's a multi-billion naira industry. But do you know what? Government after government, they dole out the budget for refuse. Laughable. So you make the so-called refuse contractors rich. I know one of them have a fine building in OJRA. The last person is giving the renovated the building. So this is rather than making money out of it. Please start and look at this simple mathematics. I pay what the college are booking to clear my to 1,000, 2,000 in a month. My brother, on the average, multiply 2,000 times 4 million people in River State. Let's say there are 2 million companies and rich people.
Yes.
How much is it? And now, if you don't have all the technology, then I come to China is ready, Russia is ready, Canada is ready. Japan is ready.
But Tammy, let me engage you, because you see this conversation you just made mention, right? I did have a conversation with somebody in the ministry, and he says, look, proposals rather were made, and the compactor that is needed to compress the trash costs close to 1.3 billion naira. The government apparently doesn't have 1.3 billion naira for trash compactor.
Okay, this is it. That's what we call partnership.
Okay.
Not every business that you bring cash. This is, and you have a time period, break even and make profit. Okay, let's say River State government, we have 2 billion to invest in that cleaning of River State. And then you have this part, you need 1.20 billion. There are companies out there in the world that have those machines and ready to partner with you. So, okay, look, this is an industry, a viable industry. We want to build a sustainable refuse disposal or trash waste wealth industry in River State as well as expand Nigeria to succeed. Come and partner with us. They will come, but they have this machine. They're looking for market. Bring them here. They will supply. They will be here. They will maintain. They will train our people. They will upgrade. And maybe between 2 years, 10 or 4 years, in 2 years, they will start making profit. You understand? And then you train people, you develop local business, and then you build a culture. That culture has been eroded. The last time I enjoyed something close to it was in Sulu in the 80s, what they call Sulu, where I think it was that cleanest government, the then police commissioner. They came in, when he came, he introduced it. You know, so where they will come to your house with these machines
and lift the waste.
Yes, they give you a black bag, something back, bring it to the outside at the particular time.
True.
You know, but they maintain those machines. Why? Because you don't just supply. Technology is developing every day. You enter a contract with a company to not only supply, they will supply, they will upgrade, they will train. They will train. So that you tell local banks, even if they go away,
you can continue.
Our technical colleges. So you start building those kind of similar machines. Homegrown technology.
Well, Tammy, thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, Tammy, thank you very much. Ida is in Ikoro. Ida, good morning to you, please.
Okay. Jude.
Good morning.
The condition will be, people they talk small, so will contribute.
We're trying. We appreciate you.
I'm the governor of River State, just like what the last caller said. So please attend to River State, because River State is very, very dirty.
Oh, River State is dirty.
Yes, exactly. The water that the governor is my brother.
Zion said River State is very clean.
No. See, there are things we don't hide. Are you hearing me?
Okay.
There are things we don't hide. If you come to churches' houses, there is debt inside the court. Say friend for now, there is fraud every year. You can see that they are pouring dirty. Come to New Market, the same thing. Come to Rumala, the same thing. Why will you go and pour dirty major road? You'll be driving, you see that, okay, the room that you're working now, after work, just stroll around the place. It's not good. This is when they practice, those contractors that are handling this, they should please, and they don't pay those who very, very well that are sweeping cans. As somebody will be sweeping ground for money till night, pay small money. That's how you pay somebody use his mind to work for you. They should work, please, governor, please, help us. The traffic is dirty. I won't lie. Please, you're trying for other things, but just appoint one particular person so that they'll keep River State clean. Thank you so much. God bless you.
It's a pleasure to have heard you this morning. All right. So, once again, government is being accused of not meeting up with its responsibilities. So, where is the cleanest city in Nigeria? How can we promote cleanliness? Someone said it should be taught from the childhood age. That's when we should start to teach it. We should make it a culture. It's because it's not a culture that's why people don't practice it. Uyo in Akwa Ibom State is unarguably, or was the unarguably cleanest city in Nigeria. That's where I did my NYC 2012. A beautiful city, a beautiful state, and a very lovely and kind people. Although this development was during the Akwa Ibom administration. That's from Escobar. Thank you as always for joining us.
For more talk, news and sports, stay tuned to Nigeria